So the On 4K Pro streaming box is here now. Lots of you have been waiting for this device. Well, I can tell you as of the 30th of April 2024, it's now available. The original On 4K streaming box was very popular, primarily because of that $20 price point. But at that price point, to get a fully certified box, to get Netflix in 4K, to get a micro USB port so you can expand the storage, get a capable remote control, and just a fully functioning device at that price point, you can see why it was very popular. And lots of you are waiting for this Pro version to come out, and I can tell you now exactly what the specs are going to be, what the ports are going to be, and more importantly, what the price point is going to be. So let's jump straight into it. In fact, before we do that, do leave me a comment below if you have the original On 4K streaming box. I'm particularly interested in the people that have had this device for more than a couple of months. What's your real feedback with the device? What are some of the plus points? What are some of the negatives of that $20 box? So do leave me those comments below. And let me just say a big thanks to Jeremy, who's one of my private chat group members, and also to Platinum TV, who actually shared one of the original pics of this box. Now the specs are where it gets interesting, because we can see that this one, the new 4K Pro streaming box, is rocking their Cortex quad-core A55 CPU. Whereas on the previous box, as we can see here, I had the previous generation that had an A35. So it is a bit new again with A55 versus the previous A35. Now in terms of the GPU, we are still with the Mali G31 MP2. That hasn't changed from the older version. But look at the RAM, guys. So previously we had 2 gigs RAM with 8 gig storage, and they've now done a really good thing by wrapping that up to 3 gigs RAM and with 32 gig storage. Now 32 gig storage is more than even the 3rd generation Fire TV Cube, because that only has 16 gig storage. So the fact that this new box gives you 32 gig storage, I think that's a very pleasing fact, and I'm sure lots of you will be very happy with that. And that 3 gigs RAM is even more than the 3rd generation Fire TV Cube. So really on a box like this, you have better specs with regards to RAM and storage than the flagship 3rd generation Fire TV Cube. So really some impressive stats. Now we can see it also comes bundled with Wi-Fi 6, which is also impressive, whereas the previous one only came with 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi. And we also get a USB 3 port. So again, if you want to expand the storage, again, if you want to add in other USB peripherals, the fact that you actually have a USB 3 port really does open up lots of possibilities, lots of options on how you can extend the functionality of your device with that USB 3 port. So definitely am very impressed with these specs of this new 4K Pro streaming box. Now looking at the actual box here, we can see it even comes with a dedicated Ethernet port. Now unfortunately with that picture or with the previous slide, the specs, we can't confirm if that's actually going to be a gigabit port. Most likely it's going to be 100 meg, but still the fact that you have a USB 3 port means that you can actually use a USB 3 gigabit adapter, and USB 3 speeds are fast enough that you can actually take full advantage of that gigabit speed. Whereas with previous devices, as they only have a USB 2 port, even if you add in a gigabit adapter, because of that USB 2 limitation, you are limited to around about 450 meg. So really great that this also has that USB 3 port. And we can see it's still a very compact device. So really, to get all of the specifications, particularly the 3 gigs RAM, 16 gig storage, to get Dolby Vision at a price point of around about $50, or I believe it is $50, I think this box is going to be an absolute killer. There's going to be nothing at that $50 price point. No Chromecast, Google TV device, no TiVo Stream device, no MeCool box, or any of those boxes can give you those kind of specs at that $50 price point, particularly when you factor in the full certification of Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos are all included at that price point. So I'm really looking forward to reviewing this box, hopefully in the next few weeks. So if you are interested, make sure you are subscribed with all notifications. I definitely think at that price point, it really is going to blow the competition completely out the water. So that's my take on it. Do leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think. Are you excited about this box? What do you think about the previous On 4K box? Do leave me a comment below. Let me know, and I'll hopefully catch up with you guys real soon. Thanks.